The Fighting Lion is an exotic energy grenade launcher obtainable from engrams in Destiny 2. The main perk, Delayed Gratification, will cause the grenades to bounce off surfaces, and holding the trigger button down when firing will allow you to detonate the grenade upon release of the trigger. The second perk, Thin the Herd, causes direct hits with the weapon to do more damage to shielded enemy combatants. Rapid kills against grenade damage enemies will refill the magazine. So the main idea behind this weapon is to launch a grenade at something, preferably a shielded enemy, to break the shield, and then swap to your primary or power weapons to then kill that enemy, then swap back to Fighting Lion, having caused the weapon to reload because you killed whatever you damaged with it. Then you could get into a rhythm where you keep swapping weapons, creating this beautiful carnage of explosions and perfect hitting, and stopping only when you really need to grab ammo. Then you are going to wake up from that dream and realize you are in a much larger fever dream where you are actually trying to make the Fighting Lion useful when you are just better off using any other energy weapon. I don't say this lightly. The Fighting Lion is one of the worst weapons I have used in any video game ever. The idea behind it is sound. Use it to break shields or get some quick damage in on a group of enemies before using a different weapon to then clean them up. The main problem you encounter is that this gun is designed around it being an energy weapon and always available, so its damage is lower as a result, which just leaves you wishing you could turn it into a melee weapon because bludgeoning something with it would probably produce better results. It's a damning thing when you shoot an enemy shield in PvE with a direct hit and it doesn't even break the shield, which is the one thing that it seems like this should be really good at. So then you're stuck reloading another round slowly because you want to be sure to get that free reload from killing something within about 3 seconds of damaging it with Fighting Lion. In basically every scenario where I thought that maybe this gun would be worth using for this cool rhythm gameplay, Sunshot, Risk Runner, or any other weapon with explosive payload or Dragonfly would just dominate it. Why bother swapping weapons a ton and keeping up with what you damage when the end result is just a worse version of a single weapon out there? If the direct damage of Fighting Lion was greater in PvE, then maybe I could see using it for this interesting gameplay, but in its current state, I just wouldn't bother with it. In PvP, this gun is one of the most laughably bad weapons I've ever used. Even Dreg's Promised or No Land Beyond had redeeming qualities in their initial versions in Destiny 1, like they could kill things consistently. But no, Fighting Lion defies all odds and takes the crown for the worst PvP weapon in Destiny's history. A direct hit will deal about 100 damage, but good luck getting that. Most of the time, if you land that hit, you will be dead before you can even swap to your primary or power weapon to finish off the target. Over the course of multiple games, I think I was able to land about 2 actual kills with it. The cool weapon swap playstyle it's trying to promote just doesn't really work, and most of the time you deal maybe 30 damage from the explosion. You know what else does that? Basically any shot with a scout rifle or 2 auto rifle bullets. I think you get the picture here. It's a difficult situation to balance on Bungie's side too. It's a grenade launcher, so it needs to feel powerful, but it's also an energy weapon, so ammo will be prevalent in PvE and PvP. In PvP, it can't one-shot people since it will basically always have ammo, and they haven't designed their sandbox around having one-hitting kinetic and energy weapons. This might just be a case where they need to buff the weapon in PvE by upping its damage, or having multiple targets that die after being damaged overfill the magazine. Even just a static boost to your handling speed if you damage something would go a long way to seeing the point of the weapon come to fruition. Currently, it's really slow when you damage something and have to swap to another weapon. Just do something to it, because its purpose is clearly defined by the perks, but the weapon's damage is the extreme limiting factor. And just so this video isn't entirely negative, the aesthetics of Fighting Lion are really nice. You can't just not look at it and then see some inspiration from a certain other weapon in the Destiny universe. That will do it for this review. I can't say anything else about this weapon because it just isn't worth it. Don't use it unless you really want to give yourself the cruelest of cruel handicaps. I'll update the comments section if this weapon ever does get buffed, and maybe I'll do another review on it then. I hope you found this video informative. If you did, a positive rating would be appreciated. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.